Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. I'm drinking out of Home is Where Your Dog Is mug today because we're going to talk about a dog. I read this article, happened right here in Missoula, Montana, but a dog woke the homeowners up because somebody was on the front porch trying to get in the front door. Gentleman went down to see what the dog was barking about, looked out, saw this woman on the front porch trying to get into their front door. He called the police. Police came and she was arrested. She was chemically altered, whether it was drugs, alcohol, something else. I'm not sure. The article didn't say. But it does illustrate how our furry companions that bring us a lot of joy in our lives can also add an element of safety and be an early detection system for things that are going outside. Their hearing is way better than ours, and they'll sense somebody trying to get into our house before we will. So they can be an early detection system regardless of what kind of dog it is. Small dog, large dog, as long as they bark and wake you up and let you know something's going on, they've done their job. Now, obviously, there's an intimidation factor for larger dogs and so forth. And there are some experts out there, my buddy Nick, who doesn't believe in dogs for personal protection because he knows criminals that do stuff to thwart the dogs. Unfortunately, often that harms the dogs. But I think having a dog can add an element to your security and safety. You don't want to rely on that being the only thing. You keep your doors locked and all these other things too. But definitely a dog can be an early warning detector and give you a warning that something's going on outside, give you a chance to check it out, investigate, call the police, and so forth. And that's what this dog did for this family. The dog let him know something was going on. He was able to call the police, and the police were able to get there and arrest the person that was trying to get into their home. So that's a good story because everybody was safe, and the dog did the job it's supposed to do, woke the people up, let them know something was going on. So besides having a faithful companion and bringing lots of joy, dogs can bring some safety into your life as well. Good morning, Thad. Appreciate you being here, saying hello. Good morning, Dixon. Appreciate you being here. Dixon says, my fave is a Roddy, same as Joe Care. Yeah, those have the intimidation factors as well. They're a little too big for my house and my yard. And my wife and I were talking about that just the other day. When you do get a dog, you have to make sure you get a dog that you have room for. It's not fair to the dog to get some giant Rottweiler or big husky or a dog that needs some room when you don't have a yard and you don't have a very big living space. I see people with tiny apartments, no yard, having these large dogs. And then they think walking around the block once or twice is enough exercise for that dog. It's not. So when you get a dog, you have to make sure you get a dog that you have the room for and that you are going to be able to get out and exercise and do things with that dog properly. We're fortunate that our lifestyle allows us and our living space allows us to go a short drive and let Rocky just run through the mountains, chasing chipmunks and running up and down the trails and so forth, because Aussies need exercise. They need something to do. It would be cruel to have Rocky and not let him run every day. And so you have to make sure you get a dog breed that matches where you live and your lifestyle that you're going to be able to take care of and train that dog and make sure they have proper exercise. And you do that, you're going to have a wonderful companion, bring a lot of joy into your life, and help with your safety. Everybody, that's what I got for you today. Go to enjoylifesafely.com, download the free ebook, How to Stay Safe in This Crazy World, for more strategies to keep you and your loved ones safe. You'll also get that free newsletter, goes out every weekend, articles on safety, self-defense, living with the warrior's edge, being exceptional, and enjoying life. Everybody, make it a tremendous Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow with a little bit of warrior wisdom.